Assalamu alaikum. I welcome you all for class 9, subject science. Today's topic is atoms and molecules. What do you know about the atoms? In your lower classes, you have already learned atoms, but still I will revise it. What are atoms? The tiny particles, what you can see in any substance. You cannot see, you can see? No. Atoms cannot be seen. In the particles, atoms cannot be seen. It is seen only through microscope. So, those type of particles are known as atoms. The exact what happened in 500 BC. In the year 500 BC, by the name Maharshi Kannad. Maharshi Kannad, what he did, he started thinking, what is there inside the substance? So he started dividing the particles into tiny things. Then he was like, he told the small particles is nothing but Pramanu. Pramanu is nothing but the small particle in 500 BC, he said. Similarly, in the ancient Greek philosopher also, in the same era, Democritus and Leucippus, even they started thinking about it. What is there in the particles? Even they couldn't experimentally work on that. Only they just said something is there in the substance. So from there, in that year, they started thinking what is there inside the substance. Afterwards, later on, in the 18th century, by the name Antoine L. Lavoisier, laid the foundation of chemical science by establishing two important laws of chemical combination. That is nothing but what are it's made up of? What are the particles are made up of? Particles are made up of nothing but the atom. Okay, atoms are the tiny particles of any substance. That is what it is. Coming to next, what is the law he stated? Chemical combination. You know the meaning of chemical. Chemical means what is chemically, actually exactly in science what the particles are made up of. Now coming to chemical conservation of mass. In chemical combination there are two. That is law of conservation of mass and law of constant proportion. As it states that conservation of mass. You know the mass. Mass is nothing but the weight of any particle. Mass is nothing but the weight of any particle. Now what it states? Law of conservation of mass states that mass can neither be created nor destroyed in a chemical reaction. What is the meaning of chemical reaction? When any two substances are mixed and forming a new thing, new particle is known as chemical reaction. For example, hydrogen plus oxygen is mixing together to form water, what we use in our daily life. That is nothing but chemically combined of two atoms, that is hydrogen and oxygen. That is what it is. Now here we can say that law of conservation of mass means that the value of hydrogen and the oxygen, that is the weight of hydrogen and oxygen, after mixing also the weight will not change. That is the exactly meaning of conservation of mass. Then coming to next, law of constant proportion. Now to form an element, any element, it is mixed. Similarly, same example I am taking here, that is water. Water has, this is a molecule because it is having two atoms here. Two atoms of hydrogen and one atom of oxygen. Okay, two different elements. You know, same type of atoms where it is, that is known as element. Now, this is a molecule. It is a combination of two elements. Two parts of hydrogen and one part of oxygen is present in water molecule. That is what I have written here. 2 into H, that is 1 into oxygen. This is not 0. This is a symbol of oxygen. Now, what is the atom? How many what is the atomic mass? Mass is nothing but the weight of hydrogen. How much it is? Different elements have different atomic masses. You have already learnt in your lower classes. Now again I'll say that the mass of the hydrogen is 1 and the mass of oxygen is 16. Then what happens? 2 is to 1 is 2 and 1 into 16 is 16. Just cancel it. 2 ones are and 2 eights are. This is the standard form of proportion of water. Okay. Standard. What is the proportion of water in? It means 1 is to 8. Exactly. Whichever water you take, let it be ice, let it be gutter water or the fresh water, whichever water you take, the elements are same, the molecule is the same and its proportion is also exactly same. Okay. Even in the ice water, even in the fresh water, even in ocean water, the molecule will not change. That is nothing but law of constant proportion. Clear? Then next, Dalton's atomic theory. Here the Dalton comes. Now who is he? He was born in a poor weaver family in the year 1766 in England. He began his career as a teacher at the age of 12. 7 years later, he became a school principal in 1793. Dalton left from Manchester to teach mathematics, physics and chemistry in a college. He spent most of his time the teaching and researching. In 1808, he presented his atomic theory, which was turning point in the study of matter. That is, what is the theory now? The theory was all matter is made up of very tiny particles called atom. Okay, that is all matter in the world is made up of very tiny particles called atoms. Then you know each and every particle he is saying that it is made up of atom. Then the second one, atoms are indivisible particle. Why he is saying indivisible particle? Further we cannot divide that particle in the same. That is what he is saying. Indivisible particles which cannot be created or destroyed. With our hands we cannot just burst it or we cannot make it. It is the Allah who has created the atoms. So we are not here to create or destroy any atoms. But it can change, but it cannot destroy. Okay. Atoms cannot be created or destroyed. But atoms can be mixed and changed in the different molecules. That is what he states. Then coming to the third property, atoms of a given element are identical. Identical means exactly same. For example, the atom of hydrogen is not same as oxygen, nitrogen, phosphorus and all. Why? Because they have its own same identical features. Okay, hydrogen atom is completely different compared to oxygen or carbon or phosphorus. It is like that what he states, that it has different, that is given element are identical. For example, here I can say 2 atoms of hydrogen. What about hydrogen and hydrogen? They are identical. But once we go to different element, it changes. 2 same atom, hydrogen will be same. But when we say oxygen element is different, hydrogen element is different, carbon element is different. Similarly, here he is saying in the element, okay, element are identical, not in a molecule or compound. Okay. Atoms of different elements have different masses and chemical properties. That is what the next he is explaining. Even the mass is nothing but the weight of that element, that is same in same elements, but in different elements it is different, and the chemical properties also differ. How we are different from each other, even the elements are different from each other. For example, boys, girls, ladies, we say we are different. Similarly, here also they are different in masses and chemical properties are different. That is how the Dalton's atomic theory comes. Now after that, atoms combine in a ratio of whole numbers. Means always it is in a whole number. Whenever we take the ratio of any atom, we will not go for the rational, irrational numbers. We will just take the whole numbers. Then the relative number and kinds of atoms are constant in a given compound. Means it will not change in any compound. Hydrogen atom will be as it is when you take H2SO4, that is sulfuric acid. The hydrogen will be as it is. It is identical. The hydrogen wherever you see, okay, that will be exactly same. Then coming to the next, how much it will be the size. Now as I said, we cannot see atom. Now think of an ant. Ant you have seen? Yes. How small it is. Sometimes the old people cannot see ants. Why? Because their eyes have become weak. So they are not able to see ants also. But we can see. Similarly, the grain of the sand. Yes, grain of the sand we can see. Yes. Then what about the molecule of water? No, we cannot see the molecule. We can see the water. But what is there inside can be seen only through microscope. What is the size of that then? The size of that is 10 to the power of minus 9. What is this minus 9 considered here? Now you know meters, kilometers, centimeters and all. Right, 1 meter is equals to 100 centimeters. Similarly, here the smallest particles we take it in nanometers. That is nanometers. Nanometers is nothing but 1 by 10 to the power of 9 meters is equals to 1 nanometer. The smallest, how we measure? 1 meter is equals to 100 centimeter. This is smaller size. 10 to the power of 9, that is 1 by 10 to the power of 9 meter is equals to 1 nanometer. That is nothing but same I have written in the opposite way. 1 meter is equals to 10 to the power of 9 nanometer. So coming to hydrogen again, how much the size of the hydrogen atom is nothing but 10 to the power of minus 10. That is atom of hydrogen. Then 10 to the power of minus 9 is the molecule of water. Then 10 to the power of minus 4 grain of a sand. Then 10 to the power of minus 2 is the size of an ant. An ant can be seen with our eyes, but these all cannot be seen with our naked eyes. What about the grain of sand? Sometimes if the grain is big, then we can see. If it is very tiny, that also cannot be seen with our naked eye. Thank you.